good morning.
Great. First, a few things you need to clarify for us. It seems you did a committed model. You also did the all delegates model. Explain the difference.
One is all delegate model. It includes the responses of those who are saying they were undecided.
Okay.
And then the committed model is responses excluding undecided.
Okay. And in both cases, what are you finding?
Hajia leads in both cases. But in the second case, the committed model, it assumes that those who say they are undecided, they will split in the same proportion as the main race or as their colleagues have already voted.
Okay. So the same proportion.
Yes. So if somebody is leading in the race, those who are undecided will break away in the same way. So if you are leading, most of them will come to you. If you are behind, less will come to you.
Okay.
The only time this differ or would differ is when there is a scandal around any of the candidates, as we saw in the MPP, or not scandal, but anything that is seen as negative around the candidates, as we saw in the MPP primaries, which led to Kennedy collapse.
But before we come to your prediction, you also use voters' preference.
Yes.
So the voters' preference, exactly who did you poll?
We polled those who vote on the by-election day.
Oh, so the average voter in Ayawaso is not minding their...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I see. So now, what is your prediction for what will happen tomorrow?
We have two models that would we expect to pan. One gives Hajia 50%.
50%.
50%, we did not assume that those who are undecided will break in the same proportion as the race.
Okay.
We assume that there will be a split in a way that Hajia will get less of that.
Okay.
So that gives a lower 50%. And Baba Jamal 38%. And this model is based on the responses of the delegates on the question of whether Hajia should contest or not contest. So their responses to that question enable us to see the views of those who are undecided and apply the modeling techniques to split them, which was in favor of Baba Jamal, but not material enough to turn the race on its head.
Oh, okay. So the first one you did is to use their response to the question of should Hajia have been in the race or not?
Yes.
And split the votes, the unpredicted vote, undecided votes accordingly.
Yes.
Okay.
Because somebody will say that she shouldn't have contested. She's undecided or is undecided. Likely, she will not vote for Hajia. And somebody said she should be allowed to contest. I disagree. And he says it's undecided. What is the probability that he or she will vote for Baba Jamal? It's lower. So that is the base of which we use to create a model.
And that still gave Hajia 50% of the votes. Okay. Well, Baba Jamal getting 38%.
Yes.
Okay.
It also confirms that the IDA issue and contesting issue is more sensitive in the area than other parties. But it is not big enough to cause an upset to Hajjia's lead.
I see. What is the other model you used?
The other model uses Hajjia's prepared for vetting that was declined. If you look at the responses, we had slide that also give us an insight into what the delegates are saying on the issue. And that is the model that puts higher than 54%.
54%?
Yes.
So using two predictive models, you had two different outcomes, but both of them saying the same thing. Hajia will win.
Yes.
So let's say your prediction is that Hajia will emerge winner.
Yes.
Is there any situation in which Baba Jamal can pull it off?
These are delegates. And remember, delegates here, they are very small. They are living in a small area called Nima or Ayawaso East. So the margin of error could be slightly high, but from what we have seen, it will be really, really difficult for him to win. And the reason is that the NDC delegates, their views usually correlate with NDC voters.
The views of NDC delegates usually correlate with NDC voters.
Yes. And if you look at the NDC voters in Ayawaso, Hadia is 61%. That is a promising support.
I see. Well, we'll see what will happen tomorrow. But just to conclude with you, the undecided that I'm seeing as much as 37%. Did that surprise you in any way?
No. In the elections such as this, I mean, you have them. Sometimes maybe things are going wrong in some kind, so also play a bit safe.
I see. Mr. Dankwa, thank you. Thank you very much for speaking to us.
It's my pleasure.
So that is Mr. Dankwa, who runs Global Infoanalytics. So this is a delegate poll. So two things: voters general, that's where the voters preference came in. Then the delegates model. Okay. And in the delegates model, the undecided is 37%. So 37% of you in Ayawaso is say you have 5 people staring you in the face. You can't choose one. Okay, so that's the undecided. So if you look at that, you see that in the delegates model, there's an undecided of 37%.
Voters' preference is which one?
Voters' preference is what you're looking at. This is the voters' preference. Okay. So this is the voters' preference.
So this involves which people?
General voters, everybody in there. So anybody who could vote in the primaries. No, in the by-election.
Okay.
So this is not delegates poll. Okay. These are voters.
All right.
Yes, so general voters.
Okay.
Then the delegates model is delegates specifically. Then the committed model is delegates who have declared where they will vote or not. Then there's the all delegates where the undecided is 37%. Higher than Hajia's votes. So if you pick the all delegates model, I realize that the undecided is higher than the votes Hajia has gotten.
That's 7%. Because Hajia, when it comes to the all delegate model, is doing 34%. And then the undecided is 37%. Even Baba Jama here is doing 22%. Dr. Yakubu Azondo is doing 3%. Najib Mohammed Sani is doing 1%. And Nwabo Mohammed Ramni is doing 3%. So, of course, that's 7% undecided.
Okay. So the committed, you said. Go back to the committed.
The committed is where Hajia... let me just get that. Okay. So 50%.
50% for Hajia?
Yes.
50% for when it comes to the committed voters.
Committed model.
The committed model.
Yes. Hajia is doing 50%. Baba Jama is doing 38%. Dr. Yakubu Azondo is doing 6%. Najib Mohammed Sani is doing 1%. And Honorable Mohammed Ramni is doing 6%.
I think you're actually doing the predictive model, the first one. Because on the committed model, Hajia is doing 54% actually with a committed model. 35% for Honorable Baba Jamal. There's Honorable Mohammed Ramni and Dr. Yakubu Azindo, who are both doing 5%, and 1% Najib Mohammed Sani. Now, what you just went through is actually what he said he did using one of the predictive models, whether or not, when he asked people the question, should Hajia have been in the race in the first place? Should she have been contesting?
So, people responding to whether Hajia should not contest. Oh, okay.
So he says that when they asked that question, they had 2 different responses: yes, no.
Yeah.
So using that, he then decided to share among the delegates, among the candidates.
Mm-hmm.
So to allocate votes according to the responses he got when he asked that question. So in that case, so depending on, and you realize that when it came to the matter of should she have been in the race, the yes is higher
Yes.
than the no.
Mm.
Okay, so that's where Haja gets 50, still gets 50%.
50%, yes.
50%. And Baba Jamal does 38%. Dr. Yakubu Azindo does 6%. Honorable Mohammed Ramni, 6%. The two of them seem to be doing a head-to-head. Then Najib maintains his 1% that is managing. Then the other predictive model that he said he used is using the question that he asked. Should Hajia was the party right in rejecting Hajia's request for a virtual vetting? So was the party right in rejecting Hajia's request for a virtual vetting? So what did the people say? Did the people agree with the party or agree with or think that the party should have granted Hajia's request? And using that predictive model, that's where he does 54. Hajia is doing 54% of the delegates. Hajia Amina Adam is doing 54%. Honorable Baba Jama is doing 35%. And then, of course, Ramni and Dr. Azindo are tied.
5%.
5%. So as for them.
So Ramni is the chairman.
Yes.
Oh, okay. He's a
Mohammed Ramni.
Okay. Okay. Then Najib Mohammed Sani is doing 1%. Well, as for him, he likes his 1%. No matter what model you use, he's 1%. Yes. The only place where he is 2% is voters' preference.
Okay.
Yes, he gets 2%. That's why. And then Dr. Yakubu Azindo then gets 3%. Then Mohammed Ramni gets 5%. Honorable Baba Jamal gets 32%. And Hajia is doing 58%. So in every model, Hajia leads. There's not a single model where Baba Jamal overtakes Hajia in the poll that was conducted by Global Infoanalytics. The race is tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
Is the NDC in the constituency.
Yes.
And delegates have been there. And they know all these 5 better.
Yeah.
The party at the top has decided that all the 5 of them qualify to lead the party.
Yeah.
In
Nothing
that
disqualifies them. Yeah.
Yes. So, I mean, there were talks of why is Baba Jamal leaving Nigeria to come and contest? Hajia should not contest because they don't like the fact that your husband is dead and then you are coming to contest on and all that. But the party says all 5 of them qualify. So now it is the delegates who must decide. They have lived with these 5 for a long time and they know who best would represent them as NDC in their constituency. Me, my only concern would be who can best represent the people of Ayawaso East.
In fact, Nancy will go back to Musa Dakwa's poll on that matter because Musa Dakwa has been pairing the 2 leading candidates with what's his name? Baba Ali. Baba Ali. Baba Ali of them. Of the there's no
Foster account.
No, at the Foster. But let me speak to Amos Blessing Amose, who is Greater Accra Regional Youth Organizer.